Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling a concept familiar in finance, sure, but incredibly powerful for anyone pushing boundaries in business, sports, coaching.
That's right. We're diving into compounding, specifically through the lens of sources like Coach Ed Padalecki, who really applies it to peak performance.
And the core idea from Coach P is simple but profound. It's not about the one big breakthrough. It's about the amazing power of small, consistent actions over time.
It builds and builds.
Think about that classic choice, $1 million right now, or a single penny that doubles every day for 31 days.
Your gut says take the million.
Right, but the math, that penny grows to over $10.8 million. It's staggering.
And Coach Padalecki argues that principle, that late-stage explosion from tiny beginnings, is exactly what high performers leverage.
Okay, so how does Coach P translate this penny idea? You mentioned performance.
It talks about incremental gains. It's about shifting focus away from splashy one-off efforts towards the quiet power of just showing up daily. Deliberate practice day in, day out. That's where the real magic happens, according to him.
Makes sense. But if the math is so compelling, why is sticking with it so hard, especially at the start? That seems to be the real hurdle.
That's exactly what Coach Padalecki unpacks. He breaks down the growth into phases, just like the penny.
Okay.
For the early days, think days 1 to 10 of the penny. You see almost nothing, maybe a few cents worth of progress.
Feels pointless.
Exactly. You're putting in the work, meditating, practicing, whatever it is, but the results, barely visible. And Coach P says this is where most people bail. They need that instant feedback.
Okay, so what comes after that initial slog?
Then you enter the middle phase. Maybe days 11 to 28, progress starts becoming noticeable. You can see something shifting, but it's not earth-shattering yet.
Still requires faith in the process.
Absolutely. Patience. You have to keep applying that discipline even when the payoff feels underwhelming.
And the final stretch, the big payoff.
That's days 29, 30, 31. This is where the exponential growth really kicks in. Suddenly, the gains are huge, compounding rapidly.
And this sounds crucial only if you stuck it out through those earlier phases.
Precisely. Coach P emphasizes that. It connects directly to what he quotes from Darren Hardy. The compound effect success isn't glamorous. It's built on, and I'm quoting here, a continuum of mundane, unsexy, unexciting, and sometimes difficult daily disciplines compounded over time.
So it sounds less like a math problem and more like a test of will, a psychological battle. Is this where grit comes into play?
Spot on. Coach Padalecki makes that connection explicit. Sports psychology calls it grit, right? That blend of passion for a long-term goal, plus the sheer perseverance to keep at it daily, especially when rewards are distant.
And in business psychology, I've heard similar ideas like deliberate discipline.
Same core concept. It's about trusting the process, believing in the compounding effect, even when your eyes can't see the results yet.
And high performers get this.
According to Coach P, yes. They inherently understand they're playing the long game. They're building a legacy, not just chasing the next quick win or dopamine spike. They value the discipline itself because they know it accumulates.
Okay, this is great in theory. But for you listening right now, how do you actually apply this? Coach P offers a practical challenge, doesn't he?
He does. A simple 3-step approach. First, identify your pennies.
Meaning?
Find those tiny, consistent actions in your own life or work. Things with long-term upside. Could be 20 minutes of focused reading, daily strategic outreach, a short meditation, consistent exercise, your 1% improvements.
Small things you can commit to consistently. Got it. Step 2.
Apply patience and consistency. Nail down that consistency, make those small actions non-negotiable, and then you wait. You have to give the process time to work, to compound. Trust the math, even when it feels slow.
And the third step.
Celebrate the unseen gains. This is interesting. Don't just focus on the big, obvious outcomes. Learn to value the act of discipline itself. Showing up, especially when it's hard or unnoticed. Coach P says that discipline is the real edge. That's the interest accruing on your potential.
Right. So the takeaway for you is pretty clear. That small discipline thing you do today, it might feel insignificant.
Like just 1 penny.
Exactly. But it's not just today's action. It's an investment. It's starting that compounding curve. And Coach Ed Padalecki leaves us with a direct question, a challenge for you to think about. So what's your 1% penny move today?
Makes you think, doesn't it? What's that one small thing?
And his final thought for all of us, stack it, repeat it, trust the math and the mindset. Let's compound greatness one disciplined decision at a time.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with us. We hope this gives you some food for thought as you continue on your journey.